So then, and then so and so on. We find Amos in this place, and he gets a word that is contrary to where the children of Israel are. Oh, y'all ain't hearing me. He gets a contrary wind. He gets a contrary word. He gets a word that is in opposition to their blessing. He gets a word that is against where they are. And now Amos is a little frustrated because now he has to carry this word to the people who are celebrating victory. Oh, y'all missing it. And see, that's what's happening now. The sad idea is, and that I got to tell you, is that Yahweh is not pleased at the state of the church today, because most of what is happening in church to him is only noise. I know I'm controversy, but I got to walk the lines that he told me to walk. Now, watch this here. He's a little frustrated because now we have come through so much as the church, and now the church is in a progressive state. Oh, y'all ain't hearing me. While we were in suffering, we honored him more. Oh, yes. Y'all don't want to talk with me. While we were suffering, we honored him more. While it was difficult to worship, we worshiped more intensely. Y'all ain't hearing me. While they tried to take away the privileges and the rights, we gave it a little bit more. But ever since freedom came into our lives, it's been a little bit more difficult to honor him the way that we used to honor him. It's amazing that we can get in certain circumstances and situations and we give him everything we got. But when we come out of the situation, we start giving him minimal. No, I'm going to take my time and walk this thing this morning. And so I look at the condition of the body, and the Father told me straight up, he said, the majority of what's going on is noise. Because now the church is in a prosperous season, and now we're in the state of commanding stuff and claiming and naming it, and we're in a manifested season, some of us. And because there is so much material manifestation in the body, we're starting to forget how we got where we are. Y'all ain't hearing me. There's starting to be a forgetful mindset amongst the clergy. Because it's amazing. Y'all don't want to help me. Because see, some of them preachers, when they were broke, they trusted him to do some stuff. But now when they need him to do stuff, they just raise offerings. Y'all ain't hearing me. See, they used to be able to have faith and lay on their face and pray until he brought it to pass. I don't know how you're going to do it with what I have, but I know that you're going to do it. But now all we do is count pocketbooks and say, I need about 10 people to bring me $100. Now we don't went to manipulation when we used to pray. Oh, y'all don't want to. And so this is where the children of Israel were. They had got into possession, and now they was manipulating folk. Go back and read that entire chapter. You'll find that their prosperity put them in a strategic place of business, and they started manipulating folk and taking advantage of the poor. Y'all ain't hearing me. That's happening all over the church. That's why it ain't nothing but noise, because we manipulate folk. Because it's amazing how the poor folk maintain the church. Oh, y'all don't want it. It's the poor folk. It's the folk that's living from check to check. It's the folk that ain't even hardly getting a check, that's giving everything they got because they're believing Yahweh to do it. And these jacked up noisy preachers are now starting to cause them to give out of what they don't have and making them in a worse state. I know. But that's what happened. That's what happened in the text. I'm only doing what Amos did. I'm just bringing it to your attention. Somebody said, bring it to my attention. And so they manipulated the poor folk, and they served injustice to the people. I'm trying to figure this out, how that a people can be in injustice for so long, and when they get out, they turn around and treat folk the what they just came out of. I'm trying to figure how can you go through oppression and then turn around and oppress somebody else. You already know how it feels to be where they were. So why would you impose that type of pressure on somebody when you know how it feels? Come on now, y'all. So y'all being too deep. You know you done mistreated somebody the same way you've been mistreated. You know you don't say some things to some people that folks said to you because you want folk to hurt like you hurt. Or y'all don't want to be real. So I'm going to move on since I ain't got no real folk in here. So now watch this. Watch. Follow me. Stay with me because I'm going somewhere today. I'm traveling in my spiritual mind, and I want you to take this flight. Get your first class ticket out, and let's take this flight into a place that's going to change us from this moment. Now watch here, because Amos now gets a contrary word. Yahweh says to him, I can't stand what's going on with the people. And though they are in prosperity, I want you to let them know that they're getting ready to go into doom. Though they just got to the celebrated place of prosperity, I'm getting ready to change it up because they've forgotten who I am. Week after week, there are folk gathering, talking about him, but has forgotten who he is. Oh, y'all don't want to walk with me. So that I'm going to make it real plain. Verse 21, he said, I hate. Now, that's a strong word coming from the Creator. He said, I hate, I dislike, I can't stand, I can't put up with this. He said, I despise, watch this, I despise your feast days. I'm despising the fact that you've took my sacred understanding and made it into a religious ceremony. You're supposed to be sacred, intimate, and in right relationship, but you have created religious mentalities. I can't stand it. When I created you for fellowship and relationship. Religion was nowhere around. And now you've transformed relationship and fellowship into a religious organization. Oh, y'all ain't hearing me. Now my people can't touch me in the cool of the day because they got to cut through all the religious stuff just to get a hold of me. Religion is so thick that they can't even touch me or feel me. And every now and then I get the opportunity to break out in the service. And when I do, you shut it down. Oh, y'all ain't hearing it. Now, when you manipulate the folk and you get them dancing and shouting, y'all can do it all day. But when I start really moving, you shut it down. See, there's a difference than a move of Yahweh than a manipulated move of Yahweh. So watch this. He says, I hate it. I despise your feast, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. Now, that threw me when I first saw it. And so you won't smell? I said, what do you mean you won't smell? He said, I won't smell in your solemn assemblies. And see, with our English vocabulary, smell is a sensory thing. While I'm saying it now, some of y'all sniffing, trying to see if you smell it. But what he was saying, and smell means to breathe. Oh, y'all ain't hearing me. And he said, I despise the religious operations of the ministry to the point that I will not breathe in your assemblies. Oh, y'all ain't hearing me. In other words, I won't allow my presence to be among you.